So once you log into your Cubby account after you've created it, you'll see an interface similar to this one. And in my case here, I've got several folders that have already been created. You notice that it refers to folders as cubbies, and so to create a new one, you simply click on New Cubby, and then you can name it whatever you want. So if you're using this to back up your Photoshop module work as you go along, you might want to keep it going with the module numbers associated with them, just so you don't lose track. When you type in the title, hit the return key when you're done. Don't just click off of it. If you click off of it, it may just disappear on you. So hit the return when you're done. It will make the new folder or cubby down here. It will tell you how much is in it. If you click on it, it'll go inside that folder just like it would on your system, and you can see it's empty. So if I'm going to drag stuff into it, I would basically be ready to do that. So I can go and say, okay, I'm going to put my first file in there. It's simply drag and drop just like you're used to with your Windows or Mac system. So I go now and drag and drop, and it's going to tell me here at the bottom how long it's going to take to upload that. That was just a little GIF file, so it was pretty quick. But if you're uploading a Photoshop file, which might be a little bit thicker, it might take a little bit longer to do, but you can just keep adding files to your Cubby like that. When it's done, it'll tell you, and it's ready to go. You could also hit the upload button if you prefer. When you do that, it will simply ask you for the file once again, or you could hit choose files and it will give you a little system window that you might be more accustomed to. Something like this, where you choose the file in a more manual fashion, but yeah, it's really pretty simple. I'm going to cancel that. Drag and drop is probably the easiest way to go about it. When you want to go back to your cubbies to see what you got, again, here you go. I'm going to close this window here. Again, I called it Module 1. You could keep giving it names as you work, as you save. And again, the big advantage with this is that if anything goes wrong with your computer or your laptop or whatever, your files are backed up and they'll be safe. At the midterm deadline and also at the final deadline, you'll be submitting your files through Cubby to me, and I'll explain in more detail how that is going to work when we get there. I won't go through that now, but until we get to that point, you always want to back up your work just like I showed you there on your Cubby account, so that you always have a backup copy of your file. Another advantage is if you are working between multiple computers, then this Cubby can be used on Mac and PC, and it can be used in different locations to easily share larger files back and forth. Files that you really couldn't email to yourself because they're too large perhaps. So they can come in handy when you've got a lot of layers going on, say for example with your creative projects in your Photoshop work that you'll be doing this semester. The files can get fairly big fairly quick, so it's very handy to have that. But that's it as far as creating and backing up work. That's all you need to know. You can change names, you can lock folders, you can share folders. If you click on the share button, it'll ask you for an email, so you can invite your friends to share, of course. So if you have other work that you want to share with people, you can do that. So there's a lot of advantages to working with the cloud, and the Cubby's a pretty easy way to go about it. But I'll leave it there for now. Of course, if you have more questions, just simply email me and I can tell you what to do.